Okay, so if you haven't opened that up, make sure you open it up. And that's exactly what we're going to go over on tonight's call. It's called Getting Started Right. So we're going to help to make sure that you guys get started off right. I'm Ashley. I know it says Breezy. I'm just using her account right now. But Breezy's on here too, and we are both Star Diamond coaches. So most likely, if you're on this call, if I'm not your coach, Breezy's your coach, or there's other coaches on here, but we're the coaches who are your what they call upline Star Diamond. So you're either on Breezy's downline or you're on my downline. Hey, off the table. Off the table. Sorry. So that's a little bit about who we are. And so if you haven't connected with your personal coach and you don't even know much about your personal coach, you can always reach out to either me or Breezy, depending on who your Star Diamond coach is, but always start with your personal coach first. That's one of the biggest things is your personal coach is there to help you and, you know, to get you started off right. But the awesome thing about this is you're never left alone. If your coach, whatever, quits, if your coach isn't working business, if your coach doesn't know the answer, we're a team and we're a family and we do everything together. And so realize that. All right. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay. So we are going to talk about what you guys need to do to be successful. Now, you guys have all been added to the Tribal Band Coach Basics page. If you haven't, ask your coach why you haven't been and make sure that you are in there. This has everything that you need to be successful. And I'll say this right now. We have everything in those files for you to be successful. But we can't move your feet. You're the only person who can make this happen. So I can give you all this information tonight, but if you don't apply it to your business, it's useless for you to even be on this phone call. And so realize that. That's like tough love, but it's just the truth of the business. And the awesome thing is it is your business and you get to work it the way you want to work it. And as your coaches and your Star Diamond coaches, we will help you if you are moving your feet. And we'll never babysit you. We'll never make sure that, you know, pulling you in a direction you don't want to be pulled. But if you're ready to run, your coach and me and Breezy will be right there helping you every single step of the way. So realize everything is at your fingertips, and the most important thing is just to take action. In the Files tab in the Tribal Band Basics page, here, go upstairs and watch TV with Brother, okay? Go watch Dan. So, Breezy, you thought the one news would be hard with kids tonight. But yes, so with that said, in the Files tab is a lot of just references. There's stuff obviously in the Tribe Files too, but in the Tribal Band Coach Basics has a lot of the new stuff that you need. You know, it has a lot of that information there. You are also in a group chat, so you're never left alone. If you have a question, pop it in there, because I promise those who are sitting on the call here who are coaches will see the same question over and over and over and over again. So, and it's okay. We all have those questions, and so sometimes we forget to address something because to us it's just second nature now. So whatever questions you have, put them in that coach chat group so that everyone can know the answers at the same time. Because if you have it, someone else has it. In the Files tab too is the daily assignments for Coach Basics. So this is a work at your own pace. Like I said, we're never going to push you more than you want to be pushed. But if you're ready to roll and you're ready to make a full-time business with this, you can go through and you can do more than one a day. You know, but like I said, the training is important because it's important that you understand the business, but the action is the most vital part that you can do. You know, when I first started coaching, I was Breezy, one of her very first coach. So she didn't have training. Like, I was literally just thrown in, and she told me I have to hit Success Club, I need to go Emerald, and this is what I need to do. And I didn't have all this side training to help me get there, and she didn't either. And this is the training, all newer stuff that's come out in the last couple of years to help you guys be successful. So realize as you take action steps, That's what's going to move your business forward. So I'm going to open this Google Doc real fast. And we are just going to go down, and I'm just going to share the screen. So if you don't have it in front of you, you can see what I'm looking at. So this is it. Now, this top part up here, this is something that you're going to want to talk to your coach about, because it's going to be different for every single person. What your weak leg is, what your strong leg is. And it's really not important to know right at this second. But when you sign up your first coach, that's when you need to know all that kind of stuff. They can help you find your coach ID, all that kind of stuff. You know, who your Star Diamond coach is, who your coach is, who your Diamond coach is, all that kind of stuff. EFT management, this is super important before you get your first paycheck. You'll need to fill out that so it's directly deposited into your account, so you don't wait for a check, and there's not a fee taken out. If you haven't mailed to you, there's like a service fee. So make sure you get that filled out. But this is something that you can ask your coach, you know, your coach on, you know, your time with them. So with that said, I'm going to go kind of just down this list real fast and kind of explain how to get going, how to be successful, and how to run with your business. So the first thing is the difference between the Tribe page and either my personally sponsored page, Alma's personally sponsored page, Breezy's personally sponsored page. We all have our own, what we call PS, and that stands for personally sponsored. You'll hear that, the PS, all the time. Come here. And so the Tribe is what we did is me and Breezy pretty much came together and said, let's create a family. Let's create a unity place. So when we go places, we go to Summit, like we're going in July, we can, you know, be in separate states around the world. And when we come together, we're all the Tribe. You have brothers and sisters, you have grandmas, you have aunts and uncles sitting right here. And we wanted this big environment, so we really truly became a family. And in this family, we don't like hide anything. I will never, and Breezy won't, or any of your coaches won't hide their success. Everything that I create is at your fingertips. If you create something, share it so others can use it. We're bigger, we're better with numbers. And so the more that we share, the more successful we all are. And so realize that. Then you're going to have like a PS page, and that is your personally sponsored page. Some of you guys, their coaches may not have one yet, so you're in like their Diamond page. And so, and the PS page is just really so I can, like, on my PS page, it's just for me to be able to communicate things that I need to communicate with my personally coaches. So if I'm, you know, having a meeting with just my coaches, I can put it in there. If I'm doing something separate with my coaches, I can put it in there. As a coach, we highly recommend that you start your own PS page from day one. I was one of Breezy's only people in her PS pages when she first started. And you know what? I didn't know she was a brand new coach. I thought she had been doing this forever because she led a team, and she just faked it till she believed it. And so I had no idea that I was her guinea pig in the process because she acted like a leader from day one. So if I'm your personally sponsored coach, you are more than welcome to copy and paste everything that I pretty much put in, you know, my PS page and change, you know, whatever, you know, he to she or whatever. And Breezy's the same way. And so, you know, I encourage you to create that page from the get-go. And so that's really the difference. And then the tribal band, this should be coach. This is just the, let me change this real fast, tribal band, coach basics. And then the coach basics page is where your training is right now. That's where everything is to get started right. So those are the 3 pages or 3 like Facebook pages that you need. And I'm so sorry, we got lightsabers on my head. So yes, so that is that. Find the one. This is our theme in the tribe this year, and this is your purpose as a coach. Find the one. Find the one person who needs you right now. The one person that has been praying for an answer. The one person that, you know, you can make lives with. You know, that's what we do every single day is we make that difference. And you know, once you find that one, you move on to the next one and the next one, and you just keep finding that one person that you can make a difference. You're going to be told no several times. That's normal. I told Breezy no. Most of you have probably told your coach no several times. But you know what? When I told Breezy no, she never gave up. She didn't just talk to me about Beachbody. She talked to me as a person, as a friend, as someone who cared. And why did I sign up with her? Because I completely trusted her. I said if it was, and I told my husband, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't do this because I didn't know if it was a scam. I didn't know, what was going on, but I could trust Breezy 100%. And so, when I said no, she didn't just, message me back when she needed to sell a challenge pack. She genuinely would say, hey, have you tried this testing for miscarriages? Or, what are you doing in Utah right now? She genuinely connected with me. And that's what we're going to do. We're here to build relationships with people. So when people tell you no, celebrate. And you know what? That just means yes, another month. And because you're going to get told no tons. And you can let it defeat you, or you can let it say empower you and totally move on and keep talking to them and keep connecting. And one day you'll get that message that out of the blue will say, what have you been doing, girl? You're happy, you're confident, you're skinny, whatever it is, they're going to find you. And when the timing's right for both of you, that's when you'll connect. And that's when the magic will work for your business. So realize that. Okay. Moving on. If you have questions too, just feel free to shoot them off. So moving on though is track your 4 vital behaviors and your business. This is the root of the business. They call these the vital behaviors, and we've already gone over them during Coach Basics, but if you haven't, go back and look at, what they are, because this is the root of your business. They're called vitals for a reason. Your business will thrive or it'll die if you don't do these vital behaviors. It's simple. And, we talk about the compound effect. Hopefully you've ordered the compound effect and you're reading the compound effect. If not, there's a link right there to read it for free, but I highly suggest to get it on Amazon. I have my challengers read it, but everything in this business is small and simple things. Great things come to pass, right? So your paycheck isn't going to be $1,000 tomorrow. I mean, unless you're amazing, it's just not. My first paychecks were $14, right? And so, here and there. But over time it's grown, and they've grown because I've been consistent with the vital behaviors. And the first one is just being proof of the product. If you're not sharing your transformations, your story, your transformation doesn't have to be 100-pound weight loss. Your transformation can be the look in your eyes because you're confident now. It can be gaining muscle, because you've started something new. But if you don't commit to a program, people aren't going to remember you when they hear this program being talked about. So when they see that infomercial late at night, when they're up watching TV and it's 21 Day Fix, you want your name to pop in their head because they know that Alma has stuck to 21 Day Fix, and I've seen the progress. I've seen the meals that she's done. I've seen her meal prep, and it's doable. So you've got to share your journey every single day. One time a day, post a nutrition post, a fitness post, something that is relatable, that is sharing that you're proof of the product and that it works. The next one is your personal development. This is the most skipped vital behavior for so many people. And I was so guilty of this. And my leadership sucked when I first started coaching because of it. The more that I started, the better my business grew, because it's a roller coaster ride. And I'll tell you, the first time it gets hard, you'll be the first one to bail out. Because you're not doing your personal development. It's an entrepreneur roller coaster ride. Enjoy it. There's going to be ups and downs and everywhere else. But it's possible. I've had ultimate lows in my business. I've had ultimate highs in my business. And, the personal development gets you through those rough weeks or months or whatever it is. And your personal development is just something that's personal to you. What do you struggle with? Are you struggling with leadership? Are you struggling with self-esteem? Are you struggling with what is an entrepreneur? Those are the things that you read and you listen to on Audible, or, I get mine from the library 99% of the time. That's usually where I get mine. So realize that you have to do you have to do personal development. The other one is inviting. And this can be one of the scariest when you first start. And even my veteran coaches sometimes are like, I'm struggling all of a sudden. It's just got hard all of a sudden. And usually it's because they kind of slacked on the inviting process. But remember, it's not supposed to be scary. I always say if it's scary to invite, one, you haven't done it enough, or two, you're pushing it when it shouldn't be pushed, when it should be still building a relationship or something. And it's just awkward because it really, like, you haven't, broken any kind of ice with them. And so sometimes you'll have this complete cold invite that'll turn into a challenge pack in like 2 minutes, and it happens. But most of the time, it's talking to people and inviting them to your free groups, inviting them to, a challenge group. But, there is some trainings out there. I will actually post a link tonight, a call that I've done with how I invite, the basics of inviting, kind of going through that process of inviting. But you have to do it. And people ask me, my numbers, I usually invite 10 people a day to a paid challenge group. I usually talk to 10 new people, and I usually follow up with 10 people. Now, the minimum is 3 to 5, okay? But if you want a solid business, I would say 10 people is totally doable. And that's what I've done. And that's why I have usually High Success Club numbers with that as well. And then the last vital behavior is recognition. This is a newer one. It hasn't always been around, but they, like anything else, behaviors that are recognized are repeated. And so you have a girl in your free group who quit drinking Diet Pepsi for 2 days. Like, that's a shout out worthy thing, right? Like, that's something that they struggle. It might not be a year, but to them, that was a huge feat for them. It could be that your mom came to babysit your kids while you had a 5-second break, with your husband or whatever. And, it doesn't always have to be Beachbody related. And, it can be that a shout out to Target because your kids wrote on the wall yesterday and you just needed an out, right? Like, and Target was your out yesterday. And, but you want to make sure that you are, shouting out your challengers so people can see that not only did you see success, but the people that are getting challenge packs or, joining your groups and, being in your free communities and all that kind of stuff are seeing success. I always ask permission before I post their face or anything, or, with their accomplishments, but, that is just as important. Like I said, those 4 things are the action-packed part of your business, stuff that has to be done every single day. If you do nothing else with your business, those 4 things have to be done every single day. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. That's what's going to build your business to the level that you want it to be at. So, any questions on the vitals? Okay. All right. Okay. Now, there is a doc here for Coach Power Hours. I personally do 3 power hours a day, and then I kind of message in between. Now, some people, it's just not possible for a full hour. They're busy. They're a busy mama. One of my coach has like 5 boys, and she doesn't have an hour with boys running around, like crazy. So she does 20-minute pockets. She literally, sometimes it's an hour if she can get it in during nap, but it's 20-minute pockets here and there. But you can open this up. And I will real fast. Oh, and I was going to open this doc up too real fast so you guys can see. Oh, that's not hit buttons. Yeah, look, come. Do you want to come to my lap? So this is what we want you guys to start checking in with every single day. You've seen me check in, and I don't know if you just didn't know what it was, and so you weren't sure what I was even printing off or whatever, but no one's been checking in. This is the root of your business. This lays out what you have to do every single day. This is the vital behaviors, right? And you have to be proof of the product.
Look, a cat.
Yes, that's Kyler. You have to be doing your personal development. So this is a nice checklist, okay? I did my Shakeology, and I worked out, and I did my personal development. Now you need to add 3 people to your network every single day, and that's part of the Coach Basics training, so I'm not going to dive into that, but it talks about how you can add people into your network. You look at your coach. Have you ever met him in real life? Maybe, maybe not, right? And that's because we networked. Nice, I saw that. I saw that, Breezy. And so, have I added 3 people a day? Have I posted to social media 3 times during the day? Have I started conversations with new people 3 times that day? Have I invited to a challenge group? Oops, I did not smack him. Okay, go upstairs with brother. Watch TV, brother. Did you invite people to your challenge group? Did you follow up with 3 people? Did you talk to 3 people about the coaching opportunity, about what coaching is and how they'd be an amazing coach? Did you recognize the success of 3 people? Now, I personally don't recognize 3 people a day. I kind of do it throughout the week with this one, but there's 3 boxes, so maybe you should be. I don't know, but 3 just seems like a lot, unless you're not doing it all on Facebook. Like if you're shouting people out in your challenge groups and stuff like that, that would be, the 3 that you would need. But here it is, like super easy to track. Am I on track? And you know what? You'll turn this into your coach every single Thursday. And this is where I can look, or Breezy can look, or Alma can look at this and say, girl, you're not building your business because when's the last time you invited someone? Girl, you haven't even been posting to social media. How do people even know you're coaching? This is the way for us to look at it and say, this is why you're seeing success. This is why you are struggling. And if you're honest with this, now I'll be honest, there are some days that I don't get something in. And you know what? It's usually after I've reached my goal for the month where I can take a break and be with my kids and not stress about my business that day. And all that kind of stuff. But this is something that you need to track. Like I said, I'm not going to babysit you and say, Celeste, you haven't turned in your business activity tracker this week. This is your responsibility. This is what's going to hold you accountable in your business. So realize that. Okay. Any questions with this part? I loved it. Like this is like the easiest way to track your business. Some people put it in like sheet protectors with a dry erase marker and then just erase. I'm a printer outer because I like to see numbers. I like to see the growth. I like a challenge. So I'm like, oh, I only did 3 invites, a day. It's 4 or whatever. And so it's totally up to you how you want to do that, obviously. And then new coach power hours. I just want to touch base with this real fast. Nothing too. You can read through the top part of this, what your daily power hours don't consist of. Like the snooze button, we waste so much time. We say we don't have time, but how many of us hit the snooze button 20, 30, 40 times in the morning? Right here. So this kind of goes over. Now, I work my business about 3 hours a day. Okay. And that's what I do. But let's say you work it in 2 or 1. If you do nothing else, this is what you do. You spend the time talking to people. You will not build your business if you're not talking to people. So if you do nothing during your power hours, do this. Follow up, message people. I like to build this out before. So for the week, I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to Amy, Sarah, Alma, Brittany, Breezy this day. And I like to fill out so I know exactly people who are commenting on my stuff, on my posts. Guess whose names show up on these lists when they're commenting on my fitness posts. Then I start talking to them and contacting them and say, hey, I saw that you were impressed with my transformation. Is this something you'd be interested in doing with me? I'd love to have you in a challenge group and show you exactly what I did. But if you do nothing else during your power hour, this is it. Really, this is the root of the business right here.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So, if you are unorganized like me, I stressed about like the power hour and like the business activity tracker as a new coach because I really like checklists and I have really good intentions with them, but a lot of times I fail sticking with them. But what I did is I made this a priority as a new coach, and I made sure that I at least wrote down the names of the people I was inviting and talking to. So I knew I had hit my 5 people a day. And another reason why I did it was because I knew if I was going to be a successful coach, it had to become a habit. I had to create that habit. And so that's what this is about, is creating that habit for you guys. I will tell you, I am horrible at doing a lot of checklists in my life period, including this one. But this is such a habit to me. I'm continually building my business. And when I start to get off track, I go right back to this and I start tracking again. because I know that my business isn't moving forward, I'm missing steps, and I have to come back to this. So use this as a tool to help you get in those business building habits and get it ingrained in you. It's like anything else. It's like the portion control containers, for those of you that have done a challenge group, or maybe you just started using them. I don't have to check off my containers all the time now, because in my head, I can literally plan out my day and know like my containers and type of a thing. And like you'll get there, like with your personal development, you'll just know that you're going to do at least, X amount of personal development a day. It's about creating those healthy habits. So use it as a tool to do that. You're muted. It's good sign language though.
Right? If I forget, because it's not on here because it's new, remind me at the very end to open up the funnel system if I forget. Because that'll be life-changing for you too. And if you do more than like the power hours, you can see kind of what I do. My next power, I'm just forming. I'm building relationships. Form stands for, you talk about family is the F, occupations the R, R is recreational, and then finally sending the message. You don't have to go in that order. Let it be natural, let the conversation flow like you're sitting in a park with your best friend, watching your kids play on the playground, and you're having a conversation. That is what your messages should look like back and forth. And it really should be like you're texting your best friend, you're keeping it short, simple. You're not gonna write these big old long paragraphs, because that's not what you do. People will lose interest so fast if you're writing these long paragraphs, and they're not gonna read it. I'm guilty of that too. Like I don't read long things. Everyone that knows me knows that. So this is what I do. This is my evening power hours, but you can change it and edit it to make it fit your needs. And so realize that a lot of my messages are actually spent between like here and there. I'm dropping off kids at preschool, waiting for school to start. So I'm, checking my phone real fast or sending a message here and there. So, but really this is how you can work your business in the 3 hours a day, and build a full-time business doing that. Okay, these next two things are the longest parts, like the other ones, and then it goes super fast, I promise. So the next thing is, and I'm actually going to talk about Success Club first, and then I'm going to go hit the Emerald, because Success Club is the non-negotiable of your business. So I want to talk to you what that means. And like I said, this is one of the Coach Basics days, so you can go through the files and kind of read through it again. But Success Club is 3 people a month. A minimum of 3 people a month that you line up with a challenge pack to change their lives and get them started in a challenge group. So many times we overthink this and we think it's scary and we think it's hard or whatever it might be. But you've got to think about it like really like you're just changing a life, and think about not just my life. Like you look at my journey. I started almost 4 years ago. I bought my challenge back in September, almost 4 years ago, and look at the difference in not just my life, but my parents have, gone on, they're not always perfect. 3 of my sisters are on Shakeology, and have changed their lives. So, one person, the one mom that you reached out to that day, you're changing not only their life, but their families. It's cool to hear my kids say, "Mom, is this protein?" Like they don't even know what protein is, but they hear me talk about it and they understand, like what it is. And it's cool to be able to set that example for my kids. Are we perfect? No, but you are there to find the one. And how do you get Success Club? So for every challenge pack that you line someone up, you get 2 points. And every person that gets, if they don't get a challenge pack, which rarely happens for me anyways, most people will upgrade because it's like $30 more, or right now it's, it's $30 more for a year of unlimited, Beachbody On Demand. So $129.95 is the regular price if they're just buying it by itself. But if they pay the $160, they get a year of unlimited Beachbody On Demand. They get portion control containers. They get your challenge group. They get you as a coach. Never underestimate you. Part of that price is you and your guidance and your help that you're going to provide them through this. So you get 2 points. So obviously 2 times 3 people is 6 points that you would get. That's your non-negotiable goal. If you want to grow a business, you've got to hit that starting this month. You've got to make that your I'm hitting Success Club, no excuse this month. So you're going to line 3 people up. Now, as your Star Diamond coach, if your coach or Diamond coach doesn't have a group, your Diamond coach will have a group for sure. But like if you're my personally sponsored coach, I always allow the first time to co-coach with me. So you don't have to overstress or overthink about this. You can join their group and you can help post. Everything will be there for you. Your coach will give you everything you need. You might be in charge of recipes and they'll show you how to get the healthy recipes and you're going to post those recipes. But they'll give you assignments for you to do so you can learn how to run your own challenge group as well. So 3 people will get you the Success Club. Now, if you want a full-time income, you're someone that says, I'm going to the top, I want to be up there with you guys, like 10 is really your non-negotiable at that point, which is 5 people. 5 people a month to change their lives. But this, like, and I'm a teacher by nature, but okay, this is the benchmark for your business. This is where you say, am I changing lives? Am I doing what I need to do to change lives? Because if you're not hitting the Success Club, it's digging into your why. Why am I here? Why am I coaching? And because that's what's going to drive your business is hitting Success Club 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and continually that cycle. I'll tell you, like, I've grown my business to a full-time income. I started January 2014, and I have hit Success Club 5 every single month of my business. I've never not missed it because I just have made it my non-negotiable goal. And then a year into my business, I was on the phone with Breezy, and she's like, how's things going? I'm like, it's cool. And I realized that I was like letting go of the gas as soon as I hit Success Club. And she's like, actually, do you realize that 10's 2 more people? It's literally 2 people a month. And for whatever reason, maybe it's the blonde, but it like never clicked that it's only 2 more people. And when I did that, my income grew, my business grew. I found more coaches in the process because the more people I talked to, the more people I could talk to about coaching and everything else. So if you're someone who wants to go top, I would say 10 every single month should be your non-negotiable goal, which is 5 people a month. So any questions about that? What Success Club is? Okay. And I'll tell you a couple bonuses here in a second with hitting Success Club as well. Now, Emerald. Emerald is like your next side-by-side goal with hitting Success Club. And that means that you have 2 coaches signed up. Now, they can use it for the discount. I was a discount coach. Breezy was a discount coach. We used it. We signed up just for the discount. I had no idea that like coaching was like anyone could do it. I thought like Breezy was hired through someone and was like working, for someone. And I didn't realize she had her own business or anything like that. And so they can use it for the discount. But your first goal is to go Emerald your first month of coaching. And then we say go Emerald every single month because we want you to add at least 2 coaches a month into your network to continue to grow your business. Most people will sign up their spouse for the long-term investment, and we'll talk about that later and how that will benefit your business down the road if you're in this for the long term of, the long haul of things that you're, are do or die in this business. But what is super cool is when you get those 2 coaches and you start getting what they call volume cycle bonuses, and they add up so fast. And, at first you get what they call, you get $14 and $16, $18, depending on what level coach you are. But it rolls over and it turns into like a savings account. So if you don't have a bonus cycle 1 week, you can get it another week. And we'll talk about volume and bonus cycles later because it can get confusing, especially as a new coach. We're not going to overthink this. But realize you can start earning bonuses at that Emerald level. So that is way cool. The other thing is when you hit Success Club, and this is kind of all tied in, but when you hit Success Club, Beachbody rewards you with lots of things. So with Success Club 5, if you hit at least 5 points every single month, you're always going to get some kind of incentive that they give you. This month, it was a John C. Maxwell, and last month was like a webinar. 1 month, like last month or 2 months ago, something like that, was a backpack, a Beachbody like swag backpack. Sometimes it's free shirts, sometimes it's a bobblehead of a trainer, you know, and they're just fun incentives. Sometimes they're amazing. Like one month they gave us P90X, P90X2. It was like a $200 worth investment that they gave us for hitting Success Club. So you always are going to be rewarded if you are the person who loves to be rewarded and will do anything for a prize. That's mine, like personality. But what's super cool is if you hit Success Club 5, you're going to get what they call Success Club leads. I mean, customer leads, sorry. Success Club 5 will give you customer leads. And those are people who go to like teambeachbody.com to sign up for a free coach. So they might have bought PiYo or 21 Day Fix off an infomercial and they don't have a coach. And Beachbody wants them to be successful. So they give them a coach. They assign them a coach. They say, go to teambeachbody.com, you know, sign up for a free coach. And they give you these coaches. And you don't make commission or anything off of these people. But anything they purchase from that day on is your straight commission. So if they go and order Shakeology afterwards because they saw the preview after they work out of Shakeology and they order it, you get the commission from it. And it's nice because it's automatically adding to your network without having to like physically go and add to your network, right? Like Beachbody's adding it for you, people into your network. But if you hit Success Club 10, this is where everything goes life-changing. You get what they call customer leads. And those are people who don't have a coach and they go to Shakeology.com and they buy a bag of Shakeology. They go to Ultimate Reset and buy like the Ultimate Reset and just different things. And they don't have a coach. And so they haven't found a coach, but they got a product they want, you know, they want to get started. So what they do is they give people who hit Success Club 10, those people, and they get the commission on that order. So if you hit Success Club 10, you're guaranteed at least one Shakeology HD order, which is about a $30 to $32 commission, depending on if they signed up for as a club member or not. You're guaranteed at least that $30 next month. So your bag of Shakeology is now $30 cheaper for the next month because from Beachbody, you know, they've given you that $30 commission just for hitting Success Club 10. So I will go into my online office and sometimes I have these orders and that's what they are. And sometimes they're just a Shakeology. Sometimes I've had $400 to $600 orders in there too that you get straight commission. And then the residual of them continually ordering Shakeology month after month after month, you continue to get that commission as well. So huge incentive, but obviously it stems to just helping those people. That's really what it stems from. You get rewarded for helping people get lined up with a challenge pack. So any questions with those two? The differences or anything? Okay, the next ones are super just fast. We'll just kind of touch on them. And the first thing I would do as a coach is get a free group / community page started. Now, there's tons of trainings. Breezy has posted some free group in the tribe page in the files. There is some tons of community. If you want to create like a community page, you know, like all the groups that you're part of, like the mom groups and all those kind of things, you can create your own fitness group and stuff like that. There's also a huge file of free groups that you can run. You can literally copy and paste these free groups into there and run free groups that other coaches have done and they've shared, and you can literally copy and paste and do a free group and start inviting to those people. So that is one of the first things I would also do to start getting that initiative. I love free groups because it takes out the awkwardness of an invite, because I can instantly message someone and say, hey, Ash, I'm so glad you're in my free fit group. Like, tell me more about you. What are your current health and fitness goals? What are your struggles? All that kind of stuff. Decline, Mom. Sorry about that. So yeah, so I love free groups, and we'll talk about more. There's tons of trainings on free groups. I'm not going to go too into that, but that's something that you'll want to do also just to get started, you know, talking to people. The last few things right here, success starters. Talk about hitting Success Club your first month of business. If you hit Success Club month 1 of your business, you get to be on a call with the CEO, Carl Deichler, and with everyone else who hit Success Club their first month of their business. So he does like a Zoom chat just like this, and it's powerful. It's amazing to hear him and his passion that he has. But you earn that if you hit it your first month. Your second month, you get recognition on the team webpage. And then your third month, if you hit Success Club 3 months in a row, you earn a free ticket to Summit. Like this year, we go in a few weeks, like 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away, something like that, to Summit. And it's in New Orleans, whatever you want to say. But and it could be there next year. Last year was in Nashville, Tennessee. It's been in Vegas before. And so they move it all around. So we'll find out in July where next year will be. And you can, and you can earn a free ticket. It's like a $200 ticket, $300 depending on, when you buy it. And you get a free ticket to go. So huge thing. Summit is crucial to grow your business, and it's amazing to see what the company really is about. You get to see the passion and everything that the company offers. And that, like I said, that Summit, they have it every single year. It's usually around July, so they'll announce it this July. So I would literally put it on the books and make it non-excuse. I'm going to Summit next year, because it will grow your business tons. Everyone's just unpopular tonight. So yes, be there. I promise. Like, it's worth every single penny that you put into it. You'll get the investment back tenfold going to Summit. The other thing is Beachbody has Success Club trips. So if you start hitting Success Club, you actually this year could be invited for next year to go to, it's the Mexican Riviera Maya Riviera. So we just got back like in April to the Dominican Republic. Like, we earned it. You earn with every Success Club point, you earn X amount of dollars and stuff like that. But I'll tell you right now, if I hit Success Club 10 in June, I have earned my Maya Mexico trip because I hit Success Club 10 at least, every single month. So my trip will be paid for 100%, except for like my plane ticket, and you get one guest with you. So my husband's going with me. So it's an amazing opportunity for hitting Success Club, just, to be rewarded. So, just those things up. Now, National Wake Up Call. Every single Monday at 9, I always want to say 9:30, but it's 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time is the National Wake Up Call. There's a number we always post about. There's a number you can dial in and listen to on the phone. I'm usually doing dishes, folding laundry, feeding kids breakfast, whatever during that time. And I just have it going. And it's just the top coaches in the network or brand new coaches that are seeing success. And they share their secrets, their tips, what they've been doing to be successful. Sometimes I'm sure in the next couple weeks, you'll have Chris Downing on, would be my guest with Shift Shop launching. So sometimes they're the celebrity trainers, sometimes it's our CEO. But those are vital. So put those on your calendar every single Monday. You can actually get a text message to remind you like a half hour before, I think it is, to remind you about those. And then our team calls are 8:30 Mountain Standard Time every Thursday night. And so put that on your calendar. They're always like, they're amazing. Like tonight, we're going to talk about how to launch your business with Shift Shop, launching and how you can be successful. But you're going to learn the best practices from the best on our team and other teams. We'll have guest speakers sometimes. And it's amazing to be able to brainstorm and learn, because my way is not everyone's way. You might have a personality closer to Breezy who doesn't have the organized brain that I have, and it works for her. Obviously it's working for her. And so, we share what works for us, and you can take and choose what's going to work for your business. So make sure you make that a priority on there. And then the last two things right here. Order The Compound Effect and start reading it. Hopefully you have, and you've dove into that, because this is the root of the business. Really, it really is. And then you can print out, if you're a checklist person, you can go through and print out the checklist. This is kind of nice. I'll open it real fast. You can literally go through each day of Coach Basics and mark off the days you've done. So you can see we're double dipping. I talked to you about Emerald, but this is going to go more in depth what Emerald is and why it's so important. what is Success Club? We talked about it, but it'll go in depth, you know, and you have it there where you can read it and really know what it's about. And, you know, but these are your basics. You've got to get through these. You can go more than one a day. Realize that. You can, you know, you can do 2 or 3 if you're ready to go. Don't let one stop you. But you can put that there.
Ashley, I'm gonna be in the front room.
Okay, Ashley. Yeah, you like that? So yeah, so that is there. So this is the checklist. So as you go through, it's nice because like half the time you have questions and then you talk to your coach and you're like, I know I had a question about Success Club, but don't ask me what it was now. As you go through it, you can just write down your questions to ask your coach as you go through Coach Basics. So again, this is like the goals you can, you know, to achieve. It's just the vitals. It's going Emerald, hitting Success Club, posting on Facebook. Oh, one thing real fast. When you post to Facebook, I did mention no stock photos. Okay, stock photos are like the Autumn Calabrese, like, you know, you'll see the 21-day fix containers and it's like the advertising you see like on a billboard. That doesn't sell. You sell. And so realize, like, don't be tacky. Don't put like the sale price listed with your link below. You know, you see companies do it all the time and you just scroll on by, right? So make sure you're not doing that. That's naughty, naughty, naughty. Just share you. Be unapologetically you, because you're going to be relatable to your audience who is following you. So, but really, I'll tell you your goals right now. Success Club this month, non-negotiable, 3 people you're going to find and go Emerald this month. If you do that, you'll be well on your way to building your successful business. And that really is the root of it. One last thing I just want to show you, this file is the, sorry, this is all breezy, so I don't want to leave these up. I'm going to go into the tribe though. There is in the tribe page, in the files tab, is the 7-step funnel process system, something like that. I probably butchered the name, but this is life-changing when you talk to people. This makes it so easy because it's the step by step what you need to do. So it's called, I should have showed you what it's called, 7stepfunnel.pdf. So it's like the 5th thing down. This is the free groups link that I showed you about. Everything's in here that you need. All the files are here. But you can print these out if you want. This is something I would print. It's in color, so you don't have to like print this out this way, but you know, it's up to you. But this is amazing. If you go through, it tells you exactly how to talk to people. So 1, you add them to your list. Okay. Add them to your funnel list right here. Number 2, like or comment on a recent post of theirs so they know that you're not just messaging them, you're actually interacting. You find something common ground with them. Maybe they have a puppy and you just got a puppy too, so you just found common ground. Number 3, like, comment, and send private messages. There's some examples there for you. Like a comment and send a private message. So it literally goes through, okay, what happens if they don't respond? What happens if they don't follow up? Then you start at, you know, the number 3 again. But literally there's some examples, follow-up tips, everything here for you. This is how you talk to people. But it literally will tell you how to invite. Now, you don't need to copy and paste this exact lingo. Be you, but use this as an example to how to feed back when people give you objections or they don't follow up or they're crickets. We call them crickets and they don't respond. So, you know, everything's here. How to track your conversations. Where do I write the names down, everyone? There's so many ways to track. There's no right or wrong answer. But there's also a team call that Brittany Farfan did on this that you can listen to as well in the trainings. But this is how you talk to people. So I'm going to let you guys go through this and you can ask your coach questions. But this is something I personally would have printed out and putting in my coach binder because it's a good reference for you. You know, with this, your business activity tracker and your power hour, I would definitely have these things printed up and going through here. So any questions for me or someone else that could answer your questions because they do something differently than I do? Or Breezy or Alma, you're on. Do you want to add anything? Is that an unmute from someone? Okay. All right. So don't forget our team call is at 8:30 tonight. I know this is a lot of information at once. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just take action. I promise if you take action, that's the best thing you can do for your business, and it'll take off.
Michael is giving a DVD.
Okay, go. Don't get him in the DVD. Go tell him.
No.
Stop.
You go get
Okay.
him. Fine.
All right, I'll be right there. So, anyways, if you have questions, just, message your coach. If they don't know, message your diamond coach or your star diamond coach or whoever you need to get answers. Ask on the tribe page. We're a family. But jump in, enjoy the ride. It's amazing. And it really is. It's amazing. It's an amazing ride. You guys have a wonderful night. If you guys don't have any questions. Now I gotta figure out how to stop recording and unshare here. Stop sharing.